Hey guys, we're out here on the boat this fine Sunday, and what are we doing today, Randy?
Today we are pulling the port lights and covering the port light holes with a thick vinyl and duct tape.
The reason why we're going to be doing this is actually because on the list of top priorities for this boat is to make it watertight, so that when it rains or whatever, we're not getting water in this boat and getting mold issues and that kind of thing. Now, the port lights leak the absolute most, so they're kind of on the top priority of our top priority.
We are going to try to pull the port lights that we have today to see if it's worth refurbishing them, maybe replacing a knob here and there and being able to rebed them, or if we need to replace some or all of the port lights.
Now, if you're not familiar, port lights are pretty expensive. Just for the cheap plastic ones, like what this boat already has, they usually run between $150 to $200 per port light. And for the better ones, the blue water ones that are made out of stainless steel or bronze, they usually run between $300 to $400.
Now we love all the light that these port lights bring in because we have 10 port lights. But then when you do that math, that's a pretty penny. Even if we go with the cheaper option, we're looking at $2,000, and if we look at the more expensive option, $3,000 to $4,000.
And that's a lot of money, and we're not sure if we want to fork that out yet. So that's why we're going to see, again, like we said, if we can refurbish these ones. But needless to say, the first step is going to be removal. So that's why we're doing this today.
So let's get started. We're going to start with the forward port lights and move aft.
So we're running back to our house because we thought that the Dremel oscillating tool that we had was on the boat, but it's actually at our house.
Luckily, while Jordan was working on scraping, I guess is the best way to say, the outer portion of the port light off, I was able to unscrew the screws on the interior section of 2 port lights.
Alrighty guys, so we just wasted about an hour and a half of our day just heading home, but we did end up getting lunch and we got the Dremel oscillating multi-tool, and hopefully this will do a little bit better to remove these port lights. Alright guys, so this is only the first port light and it's super hard to remove. And I've used the oscillating tool and it's helped a little bit, I think, but now I'm going to go inside and see if I can kind of pry it loose from inside. This is why you don't use 5200 for your port lights. I'm literally having to break it and it's still not coming loose. There's no screws in here. I've cut all around the outside, all throughout that adhesive with the oscillating tool, with the cutting blade, and I still cannot get it out because the only thing I can think is that on the inside there's some squeeze out, or maybe they glued the inside too, but it's still holding from the inside. And I went around the inside with the oscillating tool as well, and it just will not come out. I have to destroy the port light just to get it out of here. This is ridiculous, man. Holy crap. So it just took like 2 or 3 hours to remove this port light, not including the hour and a half we wasted going back for the oscillating tool. So we've got 2 down, 8 to go. I know we're not going to get all of that done today, but we've got the 2 most forward port lights on the starboard side removed, and I think the goal for the end of today is going to be just to do the opposite of that, so the 2 most forward ports on the port side. We're looking at the inside of one of these ports, and you can see that there's like 5200 or some other type of adhesive that actually it's adhered all the way around. It's just been crazy getting these out. And I've been working at this one, cutting at it and prying at it. And then I look over to my left, and Randy pulled on that one, and that one just came out in her hands without any tools whatsoever. So
I literally just pulled this knob and it just popped right out. So that was an interesting turn of events after watching him struggle with that one so long.
It's a little bit of good luck.
Yeah. Ta-da! Then there's Jordan. I think he's getting off his last piece too. Right?
Yeah, I already got it out.
Got it?
Alright, so we got these 4 port lights out. And we just hit the exterior with basically a light sanding. We're going to acetone wash the outside, and then we're just going to tape it with that Visqueen. And we'll be done for today. I'll come out tomorrow and hopefully get the other 6 out. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see. Oh yeah, and obviously we'll clean up all this too. So we've got all 4 port lights taped up that we removed today. And the sun's going down, so we're gonna head out. This is the view from our slip right now as the sun goes down. Not a bad place to be working on a boat. What are you thinking, Randy? Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to refurbish these port lights.
No, it doesn't. I'm hoping that maybe the larger port lights towards the aft part of the boat might be salvageable, because also those are the more expensive ones since they're larger. Yeah. So hopefully at least those ones will come out intact, but honestly it's not looking good, so we'll see what happens.
No. Alright guys, back out to the boat today. It's Monday, just got done with a client cleaning their tank. Headed right out here. Right after that, it's about 1 o'clock, and we're gonna see about getting more of these port lights out. That was amazing. So these were bedded with something that was a lot less permanent. So my guess is some kind of silicone or polyurethane sealant and not an adhesive, but you can see how it just comes out, which is what you want when you want to have something that's removable, like a port light, to be able to rebed it. Okay guys, these are the last 2 port lights that need to come out, and I don't expect these to be easy to get out. I expect me to have to cut them out as I've been doing, but I've got a process to get it going a little bit quicker now, so I'll show you what I've been doing. First thing is obviously remove the seal here, remove the screen. I'm gonna remove these 2 bolts here. Now that the lens is out, these 12 screws have to come out, and there's screws on the opposite side too that have to be held to back these out. Alrighty, now that all the screws are out, I just kind of give it a pull just to be sure that it's not just gonna kind of pop out, and it's not. This one is in just like the rest of them. Only 2 have actually popped out by just doing that. Now we go to the outside to remove the lip. Now that this lip is out, I go around all the sealant around the outside with the oscillating tool. So I've been cutting a notch right here, small enough that I can pry it up pretty easily, and it gives us a great starting point to start pulling the rest of the frame. Look at that. I should use the other screwdriver I was using before. I had a thicker one. I gotta find it though. To get it started, I can use the vice grips, clamp onto it, pull it off. And that is how you cut out a 40-year-old port light. I don't advise doing this if you want to keep the port light. Alright guys, the port light removal is done. Now the only thing left to do is to clean up for the day, but that's not actually that important right now. Check this out. So as you can see, all the port lights on the starboard side there are removed and covered up with 2 layers of 4mm visqueen and outdoor duct tape. The same can be said for the port side. After Randy got off work, she went and picked up some food so we can have dinner on the boat. Nice romantic dinner. Alrighty guys, so this is just the reality of getting a free sailboat. You do a lot of work.
You spend a lot of money.
You spend a lot of time too. Just today we actually both worked at our full-time jobs in the morning. Randy worked a little bit longer, but after I was done with mine, I came out here and obviously worked on the boat and started shooting this video, and then she came out here and brought us dinner.
Brought food.
But this is a pretty usual day for us.
Yeah. We wanted to make a brief announcement. We are quickly approaching 15,000 subscribers. We're actually so close that by the time you watch this video, we might already be there. So in celebration of this, we wanted to release our first Learning the Lines t-shirts.
We've been getting a lot of requests for Learning the Lines t-shirts, so if you'd like to support us, there's a link in the description below where you can pick up our very first Learning the Lines shirts and show your support.
As always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, a comment down below, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.
Have a good one, guys.
I've got it right and I got it wrong, but I learned